All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Episode 7. Who'd have thought? Uncle Bill's gonna listen for the sound. Checking helping us out tonight.
Got one person on stream. We're just gonna wait a couple more minutes. Get some people coming in.
Okay, we're live.
You want to start it now?
Hello, Uncle Bill, Sandy, Amanda, it's Susie,
Turn it down.
Paul. Oh, I gotta turn this down.
Okay, Chris.
Rusty gets excited at the beginning of the shows. It's all excited. Welcome to Paul and Rosie. Uncle Bill wants you to say something in the mic.
Hey, sound good?
Test 1.
Test 1, test 2.
And Susie's in the house. Okay, just wait one more minute, folks. A few more people on board.
Alright, I think we're good to go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, episode 7. Episode 7.
Okay, this one's all my influences that I've picked up over the years. We're not counting Springsteen or Light of Day artists because we already did both of them a couple weeks before. So this one tonight's show is in support of Niagara Health Foundation. It's raising money for COVID equipment. My dad will be posting the website in the comment section. It's supportnhf.com. I'm not asking for tips because I don't need them. Other artists are going to be asking for tips, and I strongly encourage you, if you can, to go and tip them because this is their job. My job, I don't really have a job. I live with my parents. If I want to eat something tomorrow night, I ask them if they can make it or if we can order it. So I don't need it as much as they do. Strongly encourage you, if you can, to go and donate to them, and if you can, to donate to Niagara Health Foundation. It's raising money, like I said, for COVID equipment. So we're gonna get this thing started off with everything's backwards today because we have Instagram. There's a couple people there, and Facebook, both on selfie mode. Sounds good. Okay, so we got both on selfie mode because the microphone wasn't sounding as good. Turned around, so now that you turn it this way, it's not. But everything's gonna be backwards. So that's Tom Petty, Brian Fallon, Kiss Alive, and that's supposed to stay on stage. We got still set? Oh yeah.
Oh, Todd Snider.
So we're gonna start off with some Brian Fallon. This is called "A Wonderful Life." Like a blow from pain from terrified. Most of my sins were born in a kiss on a night like this. Calling all lonely heart. Don't you want a life like we saw on the picture show? So come on, give me something, and come on, keep me up all night.
shaking up everyone. Maybe there's more than the treasures we secure that become heavy change. Just sink us some tidal wave. And all I could do was take you from the surface shore. So come on, give me something, and come on, keep me aboard. You say, my baby, oh, this time in between drives me crazy. I want a life on fire, going mad with desire. I wanna survive, I want a wonderful life. Oh, my nights, they always end the same. Coming from behind, it's just the age-old game from the living dead, buzzing in my head. They keep me up all night. You say, my baby, oh, this time in between drives me crazy. I want a life on fire, going mad with desire. I wanna survive, I want a wonderful life. Calling all lonely hearts.
Alright, so I just want to say first of all to people watching on Instagram, there's only like a couple people on there. It's not as much of a joke as it looks like on Instagram. Facebook we got like 35, so it's not as bad as it looks right now. We're going in and out 3 and 4. I know people are like, oh, poor guy. Facebook's still doing good, so don't worry about that. So this one, a lot of these bands, you know, I'd say about half of these songs I'm gonna play, my dad showed me, and that's where I found him, sitting downstairs while he'd play them. And another half of these, which I'll mention some people later, were brought to me as I grew up, and half of the bands were bands I made fun of, you know, kind of like, oh, they just scream, but then I started to listen to them and started to see the stories behind the songs. And I fell in love with Nirvana because unlike, you know, Springsteen and John Mellencamp, where the writing was a straight up story and you knew what he was saying and you could follow it along, Nirvana was a little more, you know, he's gonna make you search for it. He's really gonna make it tough for you. And it was odd writing, but it was turned into be some of my favorite type. And this is from it's from the In Utero album at the end, but he did this at the Live in New York Unplugged. This one's called All Apologies by Nirvana. Oh, it's for Amanda.
What else should I be? All apologies. What else could I say? Everyone is gay. What else could I write? I don't have a right. What else should I be? All apologies. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun, I'm buried, yeah. I wish I was like you, easily amused. Find my mess is so. Everything's my fault. I'll take all the blame. I'll concede for shame. Sunburn, freeze or burn. Choking on the ashes of your enemies. In the sun, I feel as one. In the sun,
Hey to John, Alba, Uncle Bill, Paul, and Rich. Thanks for coming out. Oh, Joe Durso too?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay, this one is probably my favorite songwriter, maybe next to Brian Fallon and Springsteen. And he's someone I grew up with. I always think that my first 5 people that I was really into, if you're not counting bands, artists, were Springsteen, John Hyatt, probably Steve Earle when I was little, and Todd Snider, and Light of Day artists, of course, because I was surrounded by him. And this was a very odd artist to me because the lyrics were different. They weren't just, like even with Nirvana, it was mostly serious, and then you had stuff like Beer Run with Todd Snider, and you kind of got the playfulness and talking Seattle blues. I can never remember the full name of that song, and it's just not as serious, a little playful. And this was probably the first song I really enjoyed. I'd sit in the back, we'd be going to Oshawa, I'd have the headphones in my ears, and I'd pretend that I was Todd Snider, because if I'm going from anyone that I listened to who I wanted to be, it was probably Todd Snider and Springsteen, just because they were just the coolest. And Todd Snider, you wouldn't think he's cool, but he is he's different. He's definitely someone that I wanted to be like, not too much, but I wanted to be like him. There's a Coke machine going through a parking lot. I call it a room with a view. It was the best night of pool that I'd ever shot, and I made a lot of money too. Was looking for some company in the weekly scene. I seen an ad that just had to be you. Hadn't seen you since New Orleans, never did figure out where you run off to. I know I looked bad the last time you saw me, but lately I've been doing alright. Won a tournament last week in Oklahoma City, hustled half of this town tonight. I got some cocaine if you want some, it's the best I could find. Hey, we could just sit here and talk all night if that big old guy in the car don't mind, like old times. Two off the top on a bottle of wine and living out our own kind of American dream, like old times. Your goal was always the same as mine, and you didn't want to throw the fishing line in the old mainstream. You know I ain't expecting anybody but you. I don't know who this could be at the door, but I'm pretty sure that you've got a clue, and I bet you've been through this motel before. Put the you-know-what in the bathroom, but don't flush it down just yet. Put your pager in my hood, I'll get the window, you light a cigarette. It'll be like old times, just like the old times, living out our own kind of American dream, like old times.
stand, just two old friends drinking wine. I'm sure she is, but that's not all she is. She's also an old friend of mine. I got her high school picture here in my wallet in 1982. No sir, officer, no offense taken. You have a good night too. The radio. I'm pretty sure those cops knew what we were up to. I guess they just decided to let us go. We won't make such a thing about the picture. Yeah, it's just something I kept. Well, don't get all sentimental on me now, girl. You haven't even told me what your new name is. Yeah, like old times, just like the old times, living out our own kind of American dreams. Like old times, your goal was always the same as mine, and you didn't want to throw the fishing line in the old main stream, so you did. You gotta have one of those every now and then. So next week, episode 7 is next week, and next week will be mine and my dad's. Well, I guess because mine are all my dad's favorite songwriters. Switch this up. Oh, hey to Sammy, Jacqueline, the McCrackens, and Jamie. Thanks for coming back out. Okay, we'll try this. Karen, Charles, Stu, and Todd, thanks for coming out. Okay, I got a story for this one, sorry. So I'm in grade 6. Like I said before, I'm making fun of all these bands that I'm now liking for being too hard and not being real music, and I really loved them. So I'm in grade 6, and what I didn't know at the time was a really important person in my life. So I'm in a grade 6 classroom, and you don't do much in there. You color, you learn, you try to get yourself ready for high school. And I became friends with this girl named Francesca Mackenzie, who I haven't talked to in a very long time. But I remember we'd go on this thing. It was called the Uvu. It was FaceTime, but before FaceTime had multiple people on, and it would be me, my friend Dylan, and my friend Rachel, and Francesca, and they'd all leave at because they had lives at 4:30, and it would just be me and Francesca, and we both loved music, and so then she would she loved the heavier music that I'm getting into now, and so she showed me "Wake Me Up When September Ends" by Green Day, and this was the only band out of all of them that I didn't laugh at, and then she would push it a little farther and say, "Okay, I'm gonna show you Nirvana," and she showed me "Heart Shaped Box" by Nirvana, which is probably the worst song to show someone to start off that's not used to that kind of music. Then she would push it a little farther, Guns N' Roses, then she would Foo Fighters, and then it came to the point where I was, listening to Soundgarden voluntarily by myself, playing on the playlist on Spotify. So if I guess if I never met her, I wouldn't be half of the musician I was, because I'd have one side of I have both sides now, and I get to explore both of them. And Warren Zevon, when he went on David Letterman, he calls David Letterman the best friend his music ever had. And not I don't say this to anyone, but I split it between 4. Now I split it between 4. My parents, they get the top, 2. I go Francesca Mackenzie, now I go Jack Picard, because Jack Picard knows the words to my song. So I say the best friends my music ever had, and the reason I'm a musician is Mom, Dad, Francesca, Jack Picard, no particular order. And so
This one's called When I Come Around. It was my walk-up song for baseball in my head. So, this is a Green Day song. It's called When I Come Around.
Well, I heard you crying loud all the way across town. You've been searching for that someone, and it's me out of the crowd. As you sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now, and dry your wanting eyes. I'm just roaming for the moments, leads to my backyard, so don't get so uptight. You've been thinking about ditching me. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. Well, I heard it all before, so don't knock on my door. I'm a loser and a user, so I don't need no accuser to try and slide me down, because I know you're right. So go do what you like. Make sure you do it right. You may find out that your self-doubt means nothing was ever there. You can't go forcing something if it's just not right. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. When I come around. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. When I come around.
Woo! How's everyone doing out there?
Cue cards.
Okay, so hey to Lisa, Ann, Laura, Tara, Gordo. Okay, so this next one's got a little bit of a story, I'm sorry. But, so, I mean, I guess I never went through a death like this when it came to musicians, and it kind of showed me that, you know, a death to a musician that you love could mean just as much as a person that you knew personally, because they were always just there. I go to my guitar lessons at a Niagara Rock Academy. It's a little shout out for Anthony, a plug. So I was in the room, and you know, my teacher at the time was Bryce there, and I think we were doing "Time of Your Life" by Green Day at that time. And Anthony comes in, and we're just going around, and he goes, "Holy crap!" He goes, because he knows I like Tom Petty, and Bryce, I'm guessing, like Tom Petty. He goes, "Holy crap, Tom Petty's on life support," and I was like a shock. It wasn't like when Gord Downie died. It was a shock because it was 2 years later, but it wasn't as much of a shock because of what we knew he had. But And he came in and told me Tom Petty died. I was in shock. I was like, there's nothing wrong with Tom Petty. I don't think there's anything wrong with Tom Petty. And then, 10 minutes later, he comes back in. He goes, he's reportedly, he passed away reportedly. And so at this time, my grandpa picks me up and brings me to my mom's pharmacy. And then that's where she brings me home, and my dad's cooking dinner. And, that's when I kind of realized what music is, because my dad sits there, my dad's standing there and goes, "This one hurts, buddy." And he's crying, and he's starting up right now. and so, I give him a hug, and, it was like, holy crap, one of my favorites is gone. It was, Prince was always one of my favorites in my top 10. When he died, it hurt like hell. But Tom Petty, that was one I did not see coming. Somebody's music, I don't even have a story for how I loved it. It just was always there. It was like Tom Petty was just the guy. Bruce I was introduced to. There's a story. Gaslight was introduced to because of Bruce. But Tom Petty was just there from the start. And that one killed. That one hurt. I always feel bad. I actually have a little story. My buddy Jack Picard is a huge Tom Petty fan. We played, this hurts to actually say, we played ball hockey, and he had tickets to Tom Petty in Toronto. And he told his mom it was a playoff ball hockey game, if that helps. I don't think it does. It was Tom Petty in Toronto, and he told his mom, this is how committed he was to us, the ball hockey team. He goes, he'll be back. We'll go in a couple of years when he comes back. And probably 2 years later, that's when Tom Petty died. He never came back. When Jack Picard, he told me that story. I felt so bad. I apologized to him because it was our ball hockey team. But, I never got to see Tom Petty. He's definitely someone I wish I saw. And Jack Picard's a diehard Petty fan. He knows a lot more Petty than I do. And he never got to see him, and it was right there. And I always feel bad about that. So this one's called "You and the Losers."
Yeah, it was nearly summer. We sat on your roof. Yeah, we smoked cigarettes and we stared at the moon. And I showed you stars you never could see. It couldn't have been that easy to forget about me. Baby, time meant nothing, everything seemed real. Yeah, you could kiss like fire and you made me feel
listening. Thanks for coming back. Make sure you guys watch Jared Clemens' lives. Monday music too. You can go see him at Jared Clemens in the late nights. Good to switch your guitar up. So when I was 5 years old, my dad took me to see Kiss at the ACC, which is now the Scotiabank Center in Toronto, which is not, traditionally what where a 5-year-old would be at a Kiss concert. But I grew up loving Kiss. It was my favorite band until maybe a couple years ago when I met Green Day and Gaslight, and they became top of the charts. And so he brought me to see Kiss. It was a great concert. Live, they were amazing. Paul Stanley would go on that little zip line to the other stage, and they got to do, each of them would get to do their solos, and Ace's was great. Peter Criss was great, and then we got to Gene Simmons. And, for a 5-year-old, it's not ketchup, it's blood, For a 5-year-old, what he is intending you to see is what you actually believe and see. He wants it to look like blood. To me, it was blood, and it wasn't ketchup. Everyone else is like, holy crap, it looks like real blood. And I'm like, it is. First of all, you guys aren't freaking out like you should be. Because everyone was like, and it was confusing at the time because everyone's like, holy crap, this is amazing. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here because, not only is he doing it, but no one else is having the reaction that I have. Everyone else thinks this is normal. Obviously, my dad explained to me after that it's ketchup, which didn't help. We have a couple Kiss DVDs, and I remember I was sick. I had my tonsils out, and my grandma and grandma and grandpa would watch, but my grandpa would go out and do groceries, and she'd stay home with me. And I'd make her watch the Kiss DVDs with me, and I'd put on little shows and lip sync. But right when the Gene Simmons part came, I went to the other room, kind of like we do now with TV shows when it gets too gory. I'd go to the other room, and she'd call me out when it was over. So grandma could watch it, but I couldn't. So, my favorite song growing up by Kiss was Shout It Out Loud off the Destroyer album. But the most common song for Kiss, even people my age who don't really know Kiss, know Rock and Roll All Night off the Dress to Kill album. I know my stuff. I think it's the only song I know off that album. So this one's called Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss. Try your best to do some acoustic.
You show us everything you got. You keep on dancing and the room gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. Yeah, you say you wanna go for a spin. The party's just begun, we'll let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. Well, I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. You keep on saying you'll be mine for a while. You're looking fancy and I like your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You show us everything you got. Oh baby, baby, that's quite a lot. You drive us wild and we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. Well, I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Brenda, Karen, and Laura are rocking out there. That's good.
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Woo! Acoustic version of Rock and Roll All Night. Okay. So tomorrow night, Joe Gershecki at Joe Gershecki on Facebook. It's Joe Gershecki's birthday bash. I'll be there. You guys should go watch it. Make sure you're there. Wish him a happy birthday. Send little cake emojis in the comment section. So this is the last one, maybe. You never know. So I guess I forget who I heard say this. It was on one of the late night shows, but he says everyone has that one song that they wish they wrote. Oh, Springsteen said it about Bob Dylan. So he says to Fallon, he goes, there's always that one song that you wish you wrote. That was the question. This is the one song that I think I could have wrote. Because it's not like if you look at the lyrics, it's not like, holy crap, but they're amazing in a simple way. And it's just, I don't know, it hits something in me. Because every time I listen to it, I'm like, holy crap. It's like 3 verses, not like a Rolling Stone where it's 7 verses and you're like, how did he keep going? But every time I listen to it, I'm like, God, it was a bullseye. It's the weird 2.5 step down in the back. It just, I don't know, it sounds, God, it just gets me. I'm on my jog and I just feel the motivation to go one more lap in the morning. So this one it's probably taken over as my favorite song of all time. It was back and forth between Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day and Jungleland. But I don't know, this song's just different. I don't know how to explain the greatness of the song. Maybe you'll get it when I start playing it. But this one is called Blue Jeans and White T-Shirts off of the Senora and the Queen EP. The first time I ever heard Gaslight Anthem, my dad put it on in my mom's car. I don't know why we were in my mom's car, but we were doing something, me and my dad. And he puts on this album, and at the end it had having a party, everybody swinging. Yeah, it sounded terrible. I'm not in the right key. But it was like the South Side, and my dad's like, yeah, it's really good. And I knew that song, so I'm like, let's listen to the rest. And God, it's amazing. So this is probably my favorite song of all time off of, to me, one of the best albums, even though it was only 4 songs, the Senora and the Queen EP. So this one's called Blue Jeans and White T-Shirts. It may or may not be the last song. And hello to everyone who's on Instagram.
We are the boys from Little Eden. We are the heart of Saturday night. Drink from the fountains of the fireworks. We sweat and bones for a better life. We like the choruses sung together. We like our arms and our brother's arms. Called every girl we ever met Maria, but only love for Jenna's heart. We sing with our heroes, 33 rounds per minute. We're never going home until the sun says we're finished. I'll love you forever if I ever live at all. Wild hearts, blue jeans and white T-shirts. Some things baby never told you. Some things Papa done ain't right. I spent a lifetime just to get over him. I always said my mama tried. Did she try? We sing with our heroes, 33 rounds per minute. We're never going home until the sun says we're finished. I'll love you forever if I ever love at all. Wild hearts, blue jeans and white t-shirt. And Maria went to Nashville with a suitcase in her hand. Always kind of sorta wish that I looked like Elvis. And in these hills, all these classic cars and outlaw cowboy bands. Always kind of sorta wish I was someone else. So now I call you from the 4th Street payphone. I'll sleep on the beach if I ain't got a ride. Someday I'll buy that house on Cookman, and we can sleep on the beach at night. We can sleep on the beach at night. Sleep on the beach all night. Sleep on the beach at night. Sleep on the beach if I ain't got a ride. See? Pretty good song.
Woo!
So, yeah, I was just wondering if you guys wanted to hear one more. And hey to Elo, Rick, and Chris. So, I think we might just play one more. Huh?
This what you got?
Yeah, no, yeah. So we're gonna, can I still talk?
Yeah.
So, a couple people in there. We're gonna play one more song.
What you
By the way, tonight's show is in support of the Niagara Health Foundation. It's raising money for COVID equipment. Again, if you can donate, anything helps. My dad will put the website in the comment section, supportnhf.com. I figured it's kind of fitting because, this wasn't planned. We thought that was going to be the little extra song, but we added up around, we only had a certain amount of songs, so we were scrambling after. Maybe you should play one of your own songs. I thought it might be cool. I'm playing people that, inspired me, that I play one of my own. This is one I just wrote. It's a debut. You people on Facebook and Instagram could hear the first time. Also, I'm on the radio in Texas tonight. You know what station? Tomorrow night. So me and Danny are on there again. We were just on a week ago. My song Monday Morning will be on there. This is a new song. What was that name we wanted to give it?
It's unnamed.
What if they never come? Never coming home.
I have an idea. Let's do a contest.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Matt Hatter's band is on it. It's awesome. That was also one of mine when I was growing up. Like we would go out and see Matt Hatter's, and I actually wanted to be the Matt. I was like, if I could, trust me. So we're gonna give you guys a contest if you want to do it. Help me. I suck at naming songs like a lot. I usually get my dad to name them. So I'm thinking he has named a lot of them. And so all of you out there on Facebook and one of you now out there on Instagram, we're putting a contest out there right now. You don't get a prize. You get the prize of being a part of it. That's your prize, participation. So name this song. I'm gonna play it for you. Let's see the names in the comments, and whatever I like the best, I'll take. I know. It's pretty exciting, huh?
Well, that's the next week.
So this one's unnamed, soon to be named by you guys. This one's the one I just wrote. It was I gotta tell something first because it's very confusing if I don't tell you. First of all, this was a totally different song a week ago. I played it for my dad. My dad gets the final say in my songs if he likes them or not, and he didn't like it. And so I erased everything and I
wrote a whole new song in 20 minutes because it just came to me. So, because I'm freaking brilliant. So, not too brilliant. So, this song I kind of wanted to do because with the Land of Opportunity, I tried to tell a story that wasn't my own story. So I kind of like that now. So I tried to get into this as a parent who's not losing their kid, but, the kid grew up with a steady life, and now, they were good friends, and now she's starting to go off her own way and make not great decisions, as you can see. And the kid's kind of, she listens to Against Me, all that kind of stuff. She's kind of like a teenage punk, the cool kind, and that they pick movies about. And then the second half is the opposite. Is he started off terrible, and here he goes. He's starting to look good. So, there's a Jerry Garcia line that might not make sense to you. It's a girl who thinks she's Jerry Garcia. That's the point. How'd you ever get that idea? The next line, you'll see. Okay, so we're going to try it for you now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isabella Daddy was joining the Instagram Live. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the banana bread, too. It was really good.
You started hanging out on the edge of town. Got new friends who are always up to get down. Started going out. Stopped writing songs. Well, I knew you back in the day. If I can recall, you were never this way. You'd always pick up the phone as soon as I called. Posters and posters of the Grateful Dead hanging on the wall behind her bed. She told herself she was Jerry Garcia. How'd you ever get that idea? Well, she goes out about a couple nights a week. Her teachers tell me she's an alcoholic freak. She usually don't make it home. Goes to school smelling like Patron. If you find her, can you tell her I've been waiting for her to call? It's simply amazing how she doesn't even care at all. Joey's been sleeping on a stranger's bed. Jane's so far behind, she'll never get ahead. Elsie went broke when a man left town. She's still hoping that he comes back around. What if they never come home? My son Bobby's on his last year of school. He hopes to get a job and a wife someday too. I told him to take his time, sit back and enjoy the ride. He's got some problems that we've tried to address. He loses his temper and his head does the rest. He jumped a kid for something he said. One more hit and he would have been dead. And if you find him, can you tell him that I need him to come back home? It's harder to face reality when you're on your own. Well, Joey's been sleeping on a stranger's bed. Jane's so far behind, she'll never get ahead. Elsie went broke when a man left town. She's still hoping that he comes back around. What if they never come home? What if they never come home? What if they never come home?
One more song? Okay, let's do one more song.
What are your own?
One of my own.
Make the announcement.
Oh, by the way, next week is one of my dad's favorite songwriters. Definitely be some ones you didn't expect me to play. So we're gonna do one more song. It has to be my own?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
One more original.
Let's do one more original. Okay. This is a song of mine that gets neglected by myself. I tend to forget about it and not play it in gigs. Here we go, I'll give it to you here. And when we finally get to go outside, I know it feels like it's never gonna come. And when we finally get to go to, and I get to have a gig again, this will be the first song I play. I'm saying that now.
Hey, I've been living on the outskirts. I've been living in your basement. I don't know if you know I'm here. Hey, I've been living in my head too long. I got these thoughts that are so far gone, and I want them to disappear. Well, the outskirts are not for me. I'd rather have some annoying company. Well, Joey, well, he's a good friend of mine. He's getting high most of the time, and now I just let him be. He used to work down at the grocery store. He beg your fruit, send you out the door. Now all he does is sleep. Well, the outskirts are not for me. I'd rather have some annoying company. Well, they're burning down the house, and I can't find my own way out. And your mommy's alright, and your daddy's alright, but me. Hey, I've been living on the outskirts. I've been living in your basement. I don't know if you know I'm here. Hey, I've been living in my head too long. I got these thoughts that are so far gone, and I want them to disappear.
We got a time limit on this thing, or do I got a little bit of time?
Well, out here in the fields, I fight for my meals. I put my back into my living. I don't have to fight to prove I'm right. I don't need to be forgiven. Yeah, so Charlie, take my hand. We'll travel across the land. Now you can put out the fire and don't look past my shoulder. A teenage wasteland. Teenage wasteland. A teenage wasteland. A teenage wasteland. They're all wasted. Standing on a corner with a suitcase in my hand, Jack in his sports, Jane in a vest. Me, I'm in a rock and roll band.
Well, it's just one of me.
of you. Let's get together before we get much older.
Kind of a little fun. Okay, thanks for tuning in again. I hope you come back. I pray to God you come back. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hold on. Next week is Rotella Boys, favorite singer-songwriters. Let's recap. Tonight's show is in support of Niagara Health Foundation, raising money for COVID equipment. You can go check them out to support, nhf.com. My dad put it in the comments. Tomorrow night, Joe Grishecki on Facebook. It's just at Joe Grishecki. That's where you find him. Joe Grishecki, birthday bash. Put cake emojis, heart emojis. Happy birthday, Joe, to another 20 more years. And thanks for coming out. We hope to do this again. I mean, we hope to get out of the house, but we hope we keep on doing this. So thanks for coming out. See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Instagram. Thank you.